You see what them do? They mash up the man two business, you know, and try to sink the man and take away in license from operating in own business. And damn well know, see, them set up the man and them put somebody to corrupt the system and put things in the man database, and the poor man no have no knowledge of the fact. We're talking about the Jamaica Labour Party. Targeting of Mr. Kent Brown. Listen you now. The Director of Investigation concluded that there is sufficient... Watch ya! Listen this part. The Director of Investigation have concluded, which means the Director agree that there is sufficient basis for a reasonable observer to conclude that Mr. Brown was targeted by the FLA. Remember me telling you, say Mr. Brown make report, say somebody down at the FLA a call down his phone and say anyone want continue conduct business and getting license, he have to pay them $2 million. But because the man know him rights, the man will carry them to court and do the things them. Yeah? So right here and then Jamaica, it is confirmed that them target the man business place for true. Mighty God. The recommendations to the FLA. Address the accountability failure around ammunition shortage in the main vault as a matter of urgency, including replacing deteriorating storage bags and improving labeling. Ensure that all servers are properly maintained and that the backup servers are in place so that data is never lost in the event of a server failure. Implement a standardized and documented process for making entries to the LMS on behalf of a dealer. Do not make entries into the system without the written consent of the relevant licensed dealer and documented approval from a duly authorized FLA officer. Recommendation to the Ministry of National Security and Peace. Conduct a full independent audit of all FLA vaults to determine the full extent of missing ammunition and to confirm that all firearms on record are properly accounted for. The Director of Investigation stated that given Jamaica's current crime situation involving the use of firearms, even a single missing round of ammunition is unacceptable and the audit should be expedited. The legal analysis, which is the strongest and weakest arguments, starting with the strongest legal finding and argument. The manipulation of the system by a deceased person identity. Backside, you know, come here, Jamaica, yes, so it they know. Jomo Pitney, what they go on, uncle? Jamaica, you know, listen here. Manipulation of the system by a deceased person identity. So dead man operate the system, you know, unokuya. This is the single most compelling finding in the entire report. The evidence is multi-layered and nearly impossible to explain by legitimate means. Kuya. The Registrar General Department confirmed with a certified death record and witness died on the 16th of June. So that means that the Registrar General prove, right, that somebody at the FLA deliberately acted like a dead person. Jesus Christ of Nazareth, this is serious. A dead man went into the people them system, and say, I was here at the time, and say, yes, me go up a John Brown range, go buy ammunition and things from him. And the report is saying, Jamaica, that the individual have died over 3 weeks before this thing log in at the computer. So then they deliberately put a dead man. Jesus have mercy. Watch them set up here. A computer entry on the system records that witness 3 as having purchased 1,000 rounds. Yeah? Some 25 days after his confirmed death. Yeah, he had me backside. Jamaica people know hear them as something, yeah. Them put in a the man system, you know. Say the man go up at the man business place and purchase 1,000 rounds. I don't know what I mean by rounds. the pow. The system shows, yeah, that this gentleman purchased 1,000 rounds twice. So at 2,000 him buy on the same day, you know, some 25 days after his confirmed death. Kiss me, mama, Labour Party wicked. Eh? The man dead already, you know. And the FLA and the Shane Dallings watch. I put on the man record said a dead man turn up 25 days after him dead. Come buy ammunition. Kiss me, mama. Labour Party wicked. Jamaica people, wanna listen here. At the time of the alleged purchase, yes, the same witness who is deceased, the man held only a temporary license which would not permit any ammunition purchases. See ya to backside. So that means that the man have a temporary license. The temporary license we have does not qualify him to buy ammunition. Oh no, kaka facts, man, you have to go to prison for this. Jamaica people, the temporary license come in like when you want to go on the road, go learn to drive, you know, and you get your license. You can't depend on the road that drive up and down with learners, you know. You have to have somebody beside you with a government issued license to say that yes, this person is fit and proper to drive. You can't just step on the road with learners so and somebody not beside you with a legitimate license. You go to prison for it. So what this is saying, Jamaica, is that the person which are them accused to go up at the man place, go buy 2,000 rounds of ammunition, who the Registrar General show say he has passed away. 25 days after the man dead and gone, the record shows say the dead man go up at the man business place, go buy weapon and ammunition. Kiss me, mama. And them is something ya Juliet will misprotect. Wanna listen ya? He had no hunting permit for that season. The FLA's own record confirmed the entries were made by a former employee of the FLA using his own logging credentials. See it to backside. I saw it there, you know. I saw it there. From a litigation standpoint, this evidence is extraordinarily strong. It directly and irrefutably demonstrates that false data was entered into a government computer system. It supports a finding under Section 5 of the Cybercrimes Act and potentially under the Corruption Prevention Act if the purpose was to damage Mr. Brown's business or to set him up for regulatory action. This is no innocent explanation. Mighty God, me dumbfounded. There is no innocent explanation for recording a dead man as purchasing ammunition. Juliet Olness must go to prison for covering up such a report. Jesus have mercy. The strongest finding, which is accountability failures at the FLA vault. Listen here. The Director of Investigation found, yes, that there is a clear and documented failure by a public body to maintain proper custody over items entrusted to it by private citizens. Firearms and ammunition belonging to license holders are being stored in deteriorating bags with unreadable labels. You hear them a same thing in Jamaica? Deteriorating bags are stored the ammunition, them are weapons. With labels with the penny where you can no longer read. So that means that me carry my weapon come give you and you label it say me it belong to John Brown and this is the particular weapon within the bag. The report is saying that the labels with them on the bag, you cannot recognize the labels them anymore. So anybody can come take up somebody Glock 40 when all they have is a pistol. Jesus have mercy, Labour Party. You know, could them sit here? Could them have something here? The firearm and ammunition belonging to license holders are being stored in deteriorating bags with unreadable labels. The electronic records and the physical reality do not align. Yeah. Only 101 of 714 physically examined entries appeared on the electronic system. Kiss me, mama. So 714, weapons in a bag. That means that 714 Jamaicans entrusted the FLA to keep them licensed firearm in the vault. 714 is there, you know. However, when the Integrity Commission go down at the FLA and do their audit and go in the vault, they find 714 weapon in the vault for true. However, before the weapon them can reach in the vault, you have to put it in the system in front of the individual who this weapon belong to. When the Integrity Commission do their audit, them find say only 101 of the 700 and blouse and skirt 14 weapon is there on the system. Kiss me, mama. Ivan Wilson will hear them at judgment when they take place in the country. So that means say over 600 weapon is unaccounted for as Shane Darling sit down there CEO. Jesus have mercy. Me say my brother run cola read them or something. Here again. 191 rounds of privately owned ammunition are confirmed missing. Jesus have mercy. Remember one pow can unalive, you know, that Jamaica, and 191 personally. So that means say somebody carry their weapon go put into the hand of the FLA for safekeeping. Maybe the person that travel go foreign and they don't want to leave them licensed weapon at home because you cannot trust people. So they carry it to the national regulating body where the government put in place for safekeeping. And the man carrying weapon go put in the hand of Shane Darling. And count it off and say him have X amount of power, X amount of rounds in him weapon. When the man go about in business and I come back now for collecting weapon, 191 rounds them unaccounted for. And the record is there to show that John Brown, the owner of a pistol or Glock or whatever, handed over his Glock pistol with 191 rounds or more. However, when returned to collecting goods, 101 of the man rounds missing, unaccounted for. And the system shows me give you me blouse and skirt weapon with X amount of bullets in there. Kiss me, mother. Jamaica people, this is serious. This is serious, my people. It gets worse. This creates grounds for civil liability claim by the private fireholders whose property cannot be accounted for. It also raises serious public safety concerns. The recommendation that the ministry conduct an independent audit is legally sound and arguable should be given statutory force. So what the report is saying in Jamaica said these persons who return to collect them weapon from the FLA can sue the state and sue the government for negligence because what me give to you, I know why you give me back. So me can take you to court and sue you, Jamaica. And when you look on the extent of what it is, weapon, ammunition, unaccounted for, these are serious breaches, Jamaica. Serious breaches. The strongest findings, which is the systemic governance failure and the absence of the backup servers. The FLA lost critical evidence through a server failure with no backup in place. For a government regulatory body handling sensitive records relating to firearm ammunition sales and licensed dealers, this is an exceptional failure. The Director of Investigations' conclusion that this prevented a prosecutorial referral is significant. This failure may itself constitute negligence and exposes the government to civil liability. Wanna hear that? Wanna hear that, Jamaica? Mighty God. Hear them as something, yeah. Hear them as something, yeah. Jamaica. The investigation concluded, yeah, that the system was deliberately manipulated, which is well supported. However, the question of who authorized the false entry remained unanswered because the emails were destroyed when the server failed. Mr. Robinson stated he was instructed by either the Director of Information Technology or the CEO, Shane Darling, but could not recall which one of the two gentlemen. Without that evidence, it is not possible to identify the person who directed the wrongdoing, which severely limits any prospect of prosecution. Even though there is no evidence, don't mean say it never happened. Now we see the reason why, brat. The court have to fling back this report upon Juliet. This is what Juliet Holness was hiding from the people of this country, you know. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Key persons and their legal exposure. Mr. Shane Darling, the CEO of the FLA. As CEO, Mr. Darling is the most senior officer implicated in the overall conduct of the FLA. The allegation that he vowed to shut down Mr. Kent Brown's business after criticism in a newspaper suggests possible abuse of regulatory power and personal vendetta. Mr. Robinson stated the instruction to make the disputed entry came either from the director or from the CEO. This makes Mr. Shane Darling potentially implicated in the computer manipulation. Yeah. Mr. Darling denied that the FLA had forced Mr. Brown out of business in his letter. The Director of Investigation shared the report finding with Mr. Darling at a meeting. Mr. Darling's written response did not cause the investigation to alter any conclusion. Backside. Potentially significant if the server destruction and loss of email is shown to be deliberate or reckless rather than accidental. Jamaica them something here is severe. Mr. Chevron Robinson, who is the former database administrator. Mr. Robinson is the person confirmed to have made the 4 false entry into the system. He admit making the entry but claimed to have been following instructions. So somebody tell him what to do. He cannot specify which senior officer, whether Mr. Darling or the IT manager. His conduct constitutes a breach of the Section 5 of the Cybercrimes Act. Me gift suspended. Mighty God, them a fight hard for me on the platform, them darling. Anyway, the next person implicated. So Shane Darling implicated, Chevron Robinson implicated, the next person is Miss Letine Allen, named in the original anonymous complaint as conducting audit alongside Mr. Callum and allegedly targeting Mr. Brown. She confirmed the rules around bird hunting ammunition purchasing during the investigation, but the DI did not make an adverse finding against her personally. Limited on current evidence, but remain a person of interest if further investigation is conducted. Mr. Ellsworth Callum, former senior compliance officer, he was accused of demanding $2 million bribe from Mr. Brown, confirmed to have worked at the FLA. The DI was unable to find evidence in support of or against the bribery allegation because the man eventually passed away. Hello. It is unresolved. If the allegations were proven, he would face prosecution under the Corruption Prevention Act. And finally, Mr. Kent Brown, who is the complainant, the central complainant and the person most adversely affected. Both of his businesses were closed down as a direct result of the FLA withholding his license and certificate. His application to the Supreme Court was unsuccessful. The DI found in his favor on the system manipulation issues. His license were ultimately revoked on grounds that the DI found to be lawful. As a complainant, Mr. Brown has no criminal exposure identified in this report. He may, however, have civil remedies, particularly in respect to the system manipulation and the consequential damage to his business. So that means what the report is saying is that the man have civil remedies. That means he can carry them to court. Mr. Brown has never been charged for any wrongdoing before. So that means that the claims of personal vendetta from the CEO could be true. And the fact that them withheld the man license and causing two business them to go under is a deliberate attack on the man and his business. So the court is saying that he can take them to court for real. Prosecution, prospects, and civil remedies. The Director of Investigation acknowledged that the system manipulation constitutes a breach of Section 5 of the Act, which makes it an offense to make unauthorized modifications to the contents of any computer. However, no referral to the DI prosecution was made. The reasons given are the server failed, destroyed the emails that would have confirmed who gave the instruction to make the false entry. Without that evidence, it is impossible to prove beyond reasonable doubt that the entries were made on the instruction of a senior officer rather than Mr. Robinson's own initiative. The absence of a prosecutorial referral is, from a legal standpoint, deeply unsatisfying. Mr. Robinson has admitted making the entries. The entries involved a deceased person, an individual without the required permit. A prosecution of Mr. Robinson alone for the act of making the entry might be possible without the email, subject to his defense of following order. This avenue does not appear to have been fully considered. The civil remedy available to Mr. Brown. So this is what the Integrity Commission is saying. So Mr. Brown can take against the FLA. Malicious damage to his business. If Mr. Brown can establish on the balance of probabilities that the FLA deliberately falsified his computer records, he may have a civil claim in damages for the economic loss caused to his businesses. The tort arises from a public officer act in excess or outside his power with the intention to injuring a person. The finding in this report may support such a claim. Also, the judicial review, although Mr. Brown's Supreme Court claim had failed, the revocation of his license with vague reasons may still be susceptible to judicial review on natural justice grounds, particularly the right to be heard before a decision is made. Government liability for missing ammunition. Private firearm holder whose ammunition was stored at the FLA vault and cannot be accounted for may have civil claim against the FLA for loss of or damage to property in their custody. The government has a duty to care over property entrusted to its care. Allowing storage bag to deteriorate to point where ammunition is falling out and cannot be identified constitute a failure of that duty. Section 6, which is the overall assessment and conclusion. The report almost done, man. Overall assessment, Jamaica. This is a well-structured, thorough investigation conducted over an extended period with substantial evidence gathering. The DI acted properly within the Commission's powers and reached conclusions that are supported by the evidence presented. The report is notable for its honesty about what could not be proven and why, which is a mark of sound investigative practice. What the report establishes beyond reasonable doubt. The FLA's main vault is being managed inadequately with missing ammunition, deteriorating bags, and poor record keeping. The FLA's computer system was manipulated by a staff member to create false sales record in Mr. Brown's name, including records involving a person who was dead at the time. The server failure and absence of any backup represent a serious and inexcusable failure of data governance by a government body. Mr. Brown was, on the balance of the evidence, targeted by the FLA. What the report leaves unresolved: whether any FLA officer received a bribe of $500,000 from John Elliott, whether Mr. Cullum demanded $2 million from Mr. Brown, who specifically direct Mr. Robinson to make the false entries, whether the targeting of Mr. Brown was motivated by his refusal to pay a bribe, the full scale of the missing ammunition problem, given only 17% of vault entries were inspected. And the final observation, Jamaica, which is the systemic concern, is that this report reveals not merely isolated misconduct, but systemic governance failures at a public body responsible for regulating the possession of deadly weapons in a country experiencing serious gun violence. The combination of missing ammunition, falsifying computer records, destroying evidence, and inadequate storage represent a failure at multiple institutional levels that demand urgent and comprehensive reform. And the recommendation and commendation: the Commission is to be commended for the thoroughness of the investigation, the extensive witness statements taken, and the candid acknowledgement of evidentiary limitations. The recommendations are proportionate and practical. This report was signed by Kevon Stevenson, JP, the Director of Investigation, on the 26th of March, 2026, for the Integrity Commission. End of investigation. Jamaica, it's just a pity that my backup page, but I still give thanks we were able to put the message out. My main page was flagged because I was using certain words on the live, in addition to having the Integrity Commission's report displaying Andrew and Shane Darling and Horace Chang. So because of, those kind of things, then put me for 3 days suspension. But I will be here, Jamaica, on my backup page to do what I do best. So after 3 days, then I can be back, or I will be back. So by now on Friday, Jamaica, I will be back on my main page. But what an investigation, Jamaica. And why is it that Juliet Holness hold on to such a damning report? Why is it that the Speaker of the House find it necessary to hold on to these damning information from the people? So finally she tabled the report. The report was tabled. And so, Jamaica, we saw Juliet Holness for exactly who she is. Why protect individuals like these? Why protect individuals like these? Well, Jamaica, we demand the full resignation of the CEO at the FLA, Mr. Shane Darling. This man has to go right now. Yes. Shane Darling is the one that instructed one of the staff at the FLA to sign into the system and corrupt the system and tell Lipa Mr. Brown. How dead man then put on the system, so the dead man go up on Mr. Brown range, go buy weapon. And the investigation proves that the man range was not open on that day. Or one of the smaddy name which are them put in the report. The report shows that individual passed away. And the report where them put in the system said 25 days after the man passed away, the dead man go up at the range, go buy 2,000 rounds. Shane Darling is responsible. I remember Peter Bompton came out and make it absolutely clear that Shane Darling must not head the FLA. Well, here we have another classic reason why he has to go. We are going to see the steps that the government will take where Shane Darling is concerned. He must resign from the FLA effective immediately. Can you imagine? You is a decent law-abiding citizen. You go to the proper channel. Forget your licensed weapon to protect yourself and your family. For whatever reason, you probably are travel and you don't want to leave your weapon at home. You can't trust nobody. People will break in your place, dig off your safe and use metal disc to open up your safe. So you carry your weapon, go put it into the hands of Shane Darling for safekeeping. Can you imagine? You count out all of your ammunition and shake out everything that is in your gun. And they make a note of it. John Brown came into the FLA on the 21st day of May 2026. He is a licensed firearm holder. He bears a weapon, whether Glock, whether millimeter, whether this, whether that, serial number, so and so. The weapon was open and there were 200 live rounds in the weapon. Mr. John Brown signed, say yes, this is my weapon, 200 rounds, everything accounted for. Then write one little tag, put the weapon in our bag, all of the ammunition, everything in our bag, and it is labeled, and the name and everything is tagged on the bag, and it is placed in the vault for safekeeping. John Brown got far and got doing business, and no say, man, come back a yard, making stop down at the FLA and collect back in weapon. When John Brown go at the FLA now, if he collect back in weapon, 191 out of 200 bullet missing. Shane Darling have no answer for give the man. When the Integrity Commission go down at the FLA go investigate, the investigation shows that in the vault itself, 714 weapon in the vault, physically means that you can touch it and say, yes, weapon 1, weapon 2, weapon 3, 714 weapon in the vault for safekeeping. Them see them with them eye and touch it, it is there. However, when the Integrity Commission check the system, when them check the system, Jamaica, out of the remember me telling you, 714 physical weapon in the vault, Before the weapon them reach the vault, it must be placed in the system. Your name, your type of weapon, the model, the serial number, all of your little documents, them, whether you are a licensed firearm holder, whatever the case may be, they have to have a record for you before them put it in the vault. The investigation shows 714 weapons in the vault, Jamaica, but only 101 in the system. How is that possible? How is it possible, Jamaica? The investigation say somebody down at the FLA call the people that will have them big business and say if they ever want to conduct them business and continue to conduct them business and get license from the FLA to continue carrying out their businesses, they have to come pay them $2 million under the table. One that somebody make report Say somebody down at the FLA call them and say if they want get their license a year time to operate, to sell these things, 500,000 under the table. And I will continue to give you the license. This is a body, a government institution. And you have persons down there, a extortion run down at the FLA. Extortion run down at the FLA with Shane Darling as the CEO. Nobody can say me have damaged nobody character, you know. Because what the investigation proves is that extortion a galang down there. No, so it go. And the report shows say Shane Darling are the CEO. So that means say under film watch them ya extortion a take place. So me not wrong. Me not wrong, Jamaica people, I am not wrong. Extortion a galang down there down at the FLA and a Shane Darling at the CEO. But the most damaging aspect of the report, Jamaica, is the fact that somebody at the FLA was given the permission and the authorization, to sign in at the country database and to corrupt a citizen. That citizen is Mr. Kent Brown. Remember the report said Mr. Kent Brown write an article in the Gleaner and say when he go down at the FLA, too much hanky-panky are going down there, and he wrote to the Gleaner and the Gleaner published his story. This man on the screen, Mr. Shane Darling, did not like what Kent Brown did, and he vowed to shut down the man business, and he did. He did, Jamaica, but he couldn't just shut down the man business so without a proper reason. So what Mr. Shane Darling and the staff at FLA did was to go into the system and manipulate the system and put in all kind of things on the man database. So that's when the audit them are done and a run through, then can find all kind of dirty deeds on the man. When the auditor do Jamaica, the man cannot explain himself because of him system. How did these alterations done on a system that belongs to you? The investigation shows now, Jamaica, that somebody down at the FLA was granted the authorization. The person called name, the man said it is the manager for IT or the CEO Shane Darling, but he cannot recall either of the two, but one out of the two of them. So that's why me I call Shane Darling name, because Mr. Robinson say him not deny say no go in there go corrupt the system, you know. But for him to go in there to go corrupt the system, he have to get the authorization from Shane Darling. Make we talk. Let us speak the truth now, Jamaica. Mr. Robinson, the investigation shows say yes, Mr. Robinson admits that him going to the nation database go corrupt it, you know, but he cannot have access to the database without the permission of Mr. Shane Darling. I know me attack nonsense at the report. Me just read word for word for Uno, Jamaica. A complete breach was done. So that means Jamaica, persons can have access to your data, and if them feel like they want to set you up, they have the authority to set you up. Nobody is safe in this country because of the Jamaica Labour Party. If you read what was put on the man database, the information that was put in the database, you know, said Mr. Kent Brown, him having in range. You know range where if you are a licensed firearm holder, then carry up on the range for teach you how to pop out and do the things. Them also, the man have a license to conduct those kind of business. The report states that somebody went up on the man range at a particular day, at a particular time, and purchased 2,000 rounds from him. When Kevin Stevens, the director of investigation, at the IC, go do their audit and then proper investigation. That individual name was Shane Dallin staff put on the system. The report shows that them go down at the Registrar General RGD and the individual is deceased. The report shows say the date which are them put in the system say the man go up, they go purchase the 2,000 round from Mr. Brown, Panny Range. The man passed away 25 days ago. So how can a dead man go up and the man range go purchase these ammunition? Only no Sister Shane Dallin set up Mr. Kent Brown to mash up the man business. So that's the man. Remember, Jamaica, these things were forcibly falsified and added pan the man record. The man don't know about it. For you to go into the system to do those things, the individual must be present in your presence. So whatever you hand over to the FLA, you, the holder for that license firearm, have to give an account before them. And why you give them put on the record. So how is it that Shane Dallin give permission to one of his staff to go into the nation database to corrupt an individual database? Jamaica, this is very sad, This is very sad, Jamaica. And the sad part about it, the individual, Mr. Robinson, who admit to corrupting the database, the man said he cannot recall if a Mr. Shane Dallin or the manager for IT give him the instruction, but he's one out of the two. Yes? But he cannot recall if a Shane Dallin or the other gentleman. But the fact of the matter is, Mr. Robinson never deny. Mr. Robinson said he has no access to the database. The only way he can have access to the database is if Shane Dallin grant him the permission by giving him the password to go into the system. So that means the accusation that was laid out against Mr. Shane Dallin say he will do whatever in his powers to shut down Mr. Brown's business. It came to pass. It came to pass. And how convenient, Jamaica, when the investigation is being conducted. Yeah? The record, the database completely crash. So there is no evidence to show, say, at this day, John Brown or Mary Jane enter the system. Yeah? The system automatically crash. So there is nothing to show. However, what this open Jamaica is a can of worms where Shane Dallin is concerned. Them are your criminal wearing a jacket and tie. See them your labor right them. Eh? That is it, lifeline. If they could have gone into records and database to corrupt something like this, I will not put it past them so the Jamaica Labour Party can go in at the system, down at the electoral office and corrupt and manipulate the voting process. I will not put it past the Jamaica Labour Party. They are capable of doing so. Mr. Jamaica, I am shocked. I am floored, I am stunned, and you have the Speaker of the House, Juliet Holness, holding on to information like this for 2 months and don't want the public to know. This is a wicked act. It is a wicked act, Jamaica. Can you imagine, Sammy? Can you imagine, Sammy? Jamaica. This is a disgrace. This is a disgrace, my people. Can you imagine? The report shows say 25 days after the individual passed away, the dead man go up and the man ranger buy ammunition. That is how wicked these people are. The report say a gentleman went up on the man range, go purchase ammunition. However, The report states that on that day, the man range never open, the man business never open on the day. It gets worse, Jamaica. One of the individual which are them put in the system, say go up, they go buy the weapon them. That individual was passed away 25 days before. So how 25 days after the man dead and gone, the dead man can go up at the man range, go make such a purchase? Shane Dallin must be brought before the court of justice. Shane Dallin must be fired and he must be banned from holding any public office in this country. Our institutions are completely deteriorated under the Labour Party's watch. What a national disgrace. What a national disgrace, Jamaica. The report is damaging. There is no privacy anymore. The institutions are compromised. Can you imagine, Jamaica? A system, a record to protect you and I. The Jamaica Labour Party has the access to go in there and to incriminate you and put things by your good name where you don't know about. The investigation shows, that the same man, Mr. Kent Brown, has no former bad record. The man has never been charged before. He has, you have a decent citizen. That is Mr. Kent Brown. Mr. Kent Brown is a law-abiding citizen, a conducting business. However, somebody down at the FLA extort people who have businesses like his and call the man and say if he ever want license to continue to operate a year time, he have to pay them $500,000 under the table. Jamaica. The worst and worst of it all, is the fact that somebody that is employed with secrecy, Shane Dallin, who has access to a government database. Shane Dallin granted access. I cannot say, no, me can't top call Shane Dallin name because the accused, Mr. Robinson, tell we in the report, me just don't read, so nobody not supposed to say allegedly. Shane Dallin grant authority and the authorization to Mr. Robinson to go in the people database and corrupt it. And that Mr. Robinson say, the man say, I cannot recall either of the two individuals, but it is Mr. Shane Dallin or the director for IT. The man call name. So we cannot say allegedly because the report is there and the report tell we say the gentleman, Mr. Robinson, confess, say yes, I am the one that went into the system, but I was instructed to do so. That is the hallmark of the report, The hallmark is not just the fact that they do a criminal act, Yeah? But for the act to be committed, somebody in charge must grant that authority. And the accused, Mr. Robinson, him never denied saying, him going to the system, go put wrong information in the past, He never denied. However, the man said he was instructed to do so. So that means the information was carefully and strategically crafted through and sent to Mr. Robinson, the database manager. Yeah? And Mr. Robinson was instructed by Shane Dallin, said this information must be updated on somebody's record. The poor man don't know why I'm getting himself in because he acted on the instruction of Mr. Shane Dallin. Hello, somebody. The poor man, as wicked as him is, but you cannot blame Mr. Robinson because he was instructed what to do. He is doing his job, and if the CEO for the job, the boss I tell you to do something, and worse, the boss I go give you the access and the permission to go in at the database, go update it. You might think say update some of the record, and you're doing so in goodwill, but look at what it caused the gentleman today. Poor Mr. Robinson name now a call past something damning when it is Shane Dallin is the culprit. Shane Dallin is the culprit. I don't know what is nationwide waiting on to flash it. Say Shane Dallin resign, The earlier Shane Dallin resign is the better for the Labour Party, The quicker Shane Dallin take himself from the FLA is the better for the Jamaica Labour Party, You want to tell me, say them something a Juliet only sit down pan and a cover up? And the opposition has been calling for 2 months. Make we know what is happening in this country. And Juliet only sit down pan the report for 2 months. The fact say they want to carry that court and the court rule or force them to table the blouse and skirt report. Juliet Holness must be questioned for liability. Yes. Juliet Holness must be questioned and brought before the court of law. She is an enabler for corruption. Juliet Holness and Tom Tavares Finson, the two of them colluded together not to table the report. And now the court ruled that the report must be tabled. Look at the damning allegations coming out of this report. Can you imagine, Comrade Ivan Wilson? Comrade Wilson, can you imagine? You is a business owner. You know they all wicked them out there. And God bless you with a firearm to protect yourself and your family. And you want travel, you can't leave your weapon at home because even though you have a safe at home, me see people dig out ATM machines, so not safe anymore. So you can't leave your weapon, people will dig it out of the wall. So you carry your weapon, go to the FLA, which is the national body for safekeeping weapons. And you put your gun, your weapon, in care of the FLA and you're gonna foreign. And when you come back now, if you collect your weapon, your rounds them is unaccounted for. Tell me now. The report said the man hand over his weapon in the care of the state institution FLA. It shows what type of weapon. He is a licensed dealer. He might be licensed for weapon. It shows who the weapon belongs to. It shows the serial number. And it showed that 200 live rounds were in the weapon. That is what was signed to and put into the database. That is just one of the incidents. We don't talk about the dead man issue and the rest of things. One of the damning thing in the report is that an ordinary private citizen took his licensed weapon to the FLA for safekeeping because he or she was traveling. And they did the right thing by not leaving the weapon at home. So they bring the weapon for safekeeping in the presence of the FLA. Them tear up the weapon, open it, pick it apart, take out every live round and count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 200 live rounds were in the weapon. The serial number written down, the person license was photocopied, everything for the database was updated, and the individual was sent on their merry way abroad. Everything accounted for, and handed over for safekeeping. When the individual now returned from abroad and decides that them are going to stop by the FLA and collect them weapon, Shane Darling, I go tell the individual, so they don't know what to tell them because of the 200 live rounds, 191 live rounds unaccounted for. And the woman give you her weapon to keep with 200 live rounds in there? Mighty God of Daniel. Jamaica people, remember say one live rounds can analyze somebody, you know. One live round missing is too many. And just one individual, remember there are others, just one individual is reporting that when they come back for their weapon and I expect them weapon. Yeah? Serious breach. 191 of them live rounds unaccounted for. Jesus have mercy. And Shane Darling still down there as CEO? Huh? And Shane Darling aware of them accusations 2 months ago when the report was sent to Parliament. So now that's the report is made public now. Why is Shane Darling still down at the FLA? What is the media waiting to publicize the resignation of Shane Darling? Eh? What is it that they are waiting on to fire this man? This man must never get back any more job in the public sector. Eh? Can you imagine, my people? 12 minutes to the hour of 1 o'clock. Don't forget that we get out of here at 1 p.m. Jamaica, can you imagine? Eh? Your information on a database, yeah, was forged and manipulated without your consent, which means you sat before an individual and everything that you put on a piece of paper was recorded on a computer. You signed to it, me signed to it, and the information was added to the nation's database for safekeeping. Yeah? Based on the record states, you must never alter anybody information outside of their presence. If there is any update need to be done, you need to go to the FLA and sit with them so that they can update your records in front of you and personally in front of you. That is how it's supposed to do. But what the Jamaica Labour Party did was that they went behind the victim's back, insert and falsify the man's record because they were doing what it takes to shut down the man's business. Can you imagine, Jamaica, good God Almighty? Imagine now. That is the reason why them revoke the man license, you know. And when the poor man knows that he no do nothing wrong, the man carry the matter to court. But the court didn't rule in the man's favor because based on the evidence, the court have to rule say the man does not deserve to have a license to operate. But let me tell you something in Jamaica, the Bible talk to you, know. I remember if I went to the commandment, them say you know if you bear false witness against a man, not so it go. When the Christian them then at the house, the Bible no say, oh, be unto those who bear false witness unto somebody. So that means that Shane Darling knows so what I'm do is wrong, and Shane Darling put it on the record and bear false witness and false statement upon the man. Eh? The 10 commandments speak about bearing false witness. In Kamiana? And what the Jamaica Labour Party did, we have to blame the Labour Party because they are in charge. And if I when the PNP in power, they would have blamed the administration of the People's National Party. So when you look and you see that the wife of the Prime Minister, Juliet Owens, had access to this information and sat there on it for 2 months and tried to drag it through the court, for these damning information not to get out there, you have to ask yourself the question, is the Speaker of the House a criminal? Eh? Juliet Holness sit down pandemic nasty dirty deeds here for 2 months and refuse to tell the people, and dirty Babs here go come tell we yesterday who disgusting from who not disgusting. How Babs now come out come condemn the act of a Juliet Holness this morning? That is another story for another day, you know. That is another story for another day. Jamaica. The levels to this. The levels to this, my people. Man, come out, come admit him. Yeah? The man admitted saying go up on the system, go falsify the information. However, the man said he acted on instructions. He was instructed by Shane Dallin to put in this information on the system and update somebody record. Little did he know, Jamaica, that he was deeds of the Jamaica Labour Party through Shane Dallin. Huh? Jamaica. Mr. Robinson, the accused, said that he went in the system, but for him to get access to the system, he must get the authorization and the password from Shane Dallin. Can you imagine? You are going to tell such vicious lies and cook up such vicious stories and cause the man two business to be closed down, put him out of a bread. Eh? When the poor man knows that none of them are something where they accuse him of. The poor man couldn't prove it because only him can have the access to his data. But little did he know that it is somebody, the gatekeepers of a national database, to be protecting the man. The same person who is there to protect the individual is the same person that destroyed the man. And the man knows not him going at the system go sell the 2,000 rounds them. So he would have never put it on in system saying sell 2,000 rounds. And what they did to Mr. Kent Brown, Jamaica, caused the man to take the man to court. But because in court is evidence rule, the evidence showed that the system, Jamaica, was changed. But the court no say a fraudulent activity, then fraud. The man can't prove it. So that's why the poor man called the Integrity Commission to make them know say one fraud a galang down at the FLA. Come investigate, because me know I know me do them as something to me own database. Somebody is meddling with the database. And that is what caused the investigation, Jamaica. And the Integrity Commission acted on such report and went down at FLA go dig it up. And that is why we are here. That is why we are here this afternoon. When the investigation busts, Jamaica, it shows that Shane Dallin instructed one of the staff down at the FLA to corrupt the nation's database and to add information to someone's record, which later caused them to lose their license and their businesses closed down. Now when the investigation wrap up, it shows, Jamaica, that somebody put false information under the man's name. It further proves, Jamaica, that for that information to be added to the database, somebody must grant the access to such information. The report shows, Jamaica, that Mr. Shane Darling instructed one of the staff at the FLA to go into the system through the use of his password and alter the man record. One of the damning things that was put on the record about the man is that the man sell an individual 2,000 round in range. And any amount, any amount of, what you call it now? Any amount of ammunitions that you sold, you must write it down. But the man saying couldn't write down and sell these ammunition here. Because my rain yes, sorry about that. What happened, Jamaica, is that the individual reported that these claims that was put on a database, I am not entitled to do so because on that day my business never opened yet, or it didn't open any at all that day. In addition, one of the individuals which are them put in the database went up there to purchase the 2,000 rounds. That individual don't have the license to purchase ammunition. The man only have in his possession, what you call it, before you get your driver's license, your learners. What that individual have is a learner permit. And a learner permit don't authorize you to purchase ammunition. So how then can put that on the system? It gets worse, Jamaica. Another third individual was placed on the man record. Say that the man go up in range, go purchase 2,000 ammunition. But the record show that 25 days later, that individual who went up there had passed away 25 days ago. The Integrity Commission went to the Registrar General to prove if the man passed away. And the record shows that the man passed away 25 days before that claim was made. So how does Shane Darling go put information on the man database say me sell them 2,000 live rounds? Me, the dead go up, they go make. Something is wrong, my people. And this report, Chin, big up yourself. This report shows us, Jamaica, that our nation is in a predicament. I have never seen these kind of accusations under the People's National Party. Me no know them I go come back here and I don't know. But Jamaica people, can you imagine? What a shame and disgrace in the Jamaica Labour Party. Well, Jamaica, it was my pleasure being here, and we will continue to speak on this FLA report as the week goes by. Don't forget that at 2 p.m., the Nation Parliament convene. We will be hearing from Peter Bunting and, of course, the member for North East St. Elizabeth, Miss Zulika Jess. So we will be supporting those two individuals at 2 p.m. when Parliament convenes. Jamaica, I want to thank you guys so much for the love and the support. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Let us continue to look out one for another. Let us continue to champion the message of the People's National Party. We are on a high, Jamaica, and I'm just encouraging you to stay focused. Don't be distracted by the distractors. The People's National Party is poised for leadership. Let us remain focused. Stay safe and stay true, Jamaica. Blessings, and see you guys tomorrow at 9:30. We will do it all over again. The word is love, Jamaica. Big up on yourself.
Blood clot will pop up.
You don't know how which party in live to blood clot.
It's a big man. How long you not go road? I watch you.
Jano.
It's a big man. You don't know, so them a police will pop off your grill, come with cutter everything and cut down your place like a feed them Billy. You don't know what going to Jamaica, big man. So big man, but search warrant. You see, they have the search warrant to come there with paper show you. A big man skip your yard and come look off your grill and go in pan you. Like a thief.
Yeah, man, in a beer mask.
Them things they are going. So listen me out. One better. All the good police them do talk to no friend them where do murder and anything there. Cause it goes enough. You see, all the youth them will get murdered. Check 100 and odd man were dead. Listen up, 100 and odd innocent youth are dead. Listen me out now. Me I tell you the truth. You see, 100 and odd goes out. Uno, we are do it. 100 and odd goes out. I tell you. In a rims out there, someone will not escape it. You see one of dead on the bike, red bike, that will miss everybody I put up on TikTok, but RIP. Some people see them here. They might look on him. And salt. Yes, he kill one woman picnic down one part. Down a St. James, say kill woman picnic. You know the woman say 40 days, 40 nights. When the woman really see saying dead on TikTok, you know what woman do? Bumbo clot. If you know what woman do, woman say, yo, you never think you was gonna die? We never did go stop give you 40 days, 40 nights. Jesus Christ, me can't win. My way I didn't that going to we are talking fucking thing. We are talking, dog. Police them need to slow down on the youth them life, dog. You not take youth them life like a water you not drink. No, sir.
One destiny, no, big up yourself for the girl. I don't feel like one cold girl for the happy that hey, they love the cold girl and everything.
We can't bear it. We can't bear it, chat. We cannot bear it.
Right.
Yeah. Now I want bad in a Jamaica government. I tell you, me now we no more. Hey, yo. You now put on no more green shot if you not do better in a youth. If you don't want to put on my green shot in the dog, do better in a youth. Because we are the voice of the people them in a youth. Where them tell me forget 3 baht. Yeah. If me get them a 3 baht, the youth you get fixed in a
day. Side, more 4-wheel. Bumbo clot. I want to round it. Hunting time. Can't man set up your life. Set up your life too much.
Like no one, I 4 money gun. I want 18 donut.
Let me tell you what I need.
18 donut, 4 money gun.
Let me tell you what I need to get a blood clot. I need 2 fragment, bro. Bumbo clot.
We need 5.
We need 2
fragment. You come on for a long time, so they have to...
Yeah, no, but you're going good. Remember, I don't feel ranking nice, you know. I wish me, yo, I need to find a way to switch up and Jamaica ranking.
A couple of days before fall off, like you get Pam Popular, me the 33. No, sir,
all right, watch out.
Down my blood, daddy.
All right, hold on. Pan the Popular Zine, or how much, all right, look how much number 1 there over there. How much number 1 there in a A2 league? How much points there?
When this shit like this, she like that, man.
Oh, number one.
Oh,
they are number one now.
And nigga on the daily ranking up at there. We do much points. How much points? Alright, here why you see. Me there in a C3 league, Zin. Number one for C3 league get 205k, Zin. Number one for daily ranking up here, the 7.3 million, me dog. You hear me say? So, up here so normal, me killer. Me want to find a way to dig off out of the league, bro.
Yeah, come back and no.
C3 league. Little squirrel, me dog. What man? Tyler Rivers win. Tyler Rivers win Sunday with must be 26 or 27 million points. The man finished with Sunday night in a bad man. I'm a baby league, bro. And I feel like number 2 and number 1 then they're too far behind him. And millions, they're up in their millions. I feel like I'm a play thing, bro. They're serious up here like a drug. C3 league. A nigga with top, a person with top C3 league in done with 3.2 million points in a 3.2 million points in done with in a C3 league, me dog. C3. Yo, where the pan? Where you deal with? Where you want Q60 what? Oh, I can't find it. I'll buy one for my boy where they buy one. I get one for my boy where they want 2019 Q60S. 19.5 would they get it for? With that with dealer fees and everything.
With 19,500?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, man, talk about co-power.
Eh? Oh, you want one where you have to fix? Okay, cause the one that was in pristine condition, there was nothing wrong with that. And the one that they only have like, it was a 47,000 mile on it, so yeah, the one that it failing in. Be a short. People are very short, you know. Yeah. So much is it?
It's a different now. It's a different over here now. For what? It's a different right now. Like what? Boring, same shit. You know me, I ain't just doing shit. I just do shit, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna do some shit. I just chill. I already know.
I expect more. So I said, how are you? Because I remember, them with the alright. No, forget. You can get one. Alright. Okay, I find one where they say, I find one where they say 10.5, but it definitely are gonna need front end. You see me? Yeah, no man, upon the auction man. But that one was at 2021. But yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it I want front, I want bumper, and probably radiator. Not probably. It want radiator, I'm sure. Cause front end, yeah, you have to fix the front end.
So if anything is once that thing here got you, so we have to stock up your brake a couple months.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to get one. They want to get one where we not have no rust underneath.
Yeah, man, we not deal with that. You know, we not deal with that. None at all. We not deal with no water damage. Yeah, no, we not buy flood care, bro. Me know, that's why I not do that. I don't saw. You know, my care, you know, full thing. You know, another partner. Yeah, you need a warm weather care. Yeah. Yeah, man, we got them, man. I'm ready to show my back, man. Now we're lying to get up on your some side and get. Alright, one thing. The yellow and the yellow over the center for Bumbo. Hey, with boundaries, you can hear them. I mean, I want to turn on the reduced background noise, but I don't know them fuckers over there that's yelling. I don't know what the fuck. Like, them got some party going on, but the party inside, but they outside just yelling. Everybody trying to yell over each other. Yeah. Everybody fucking yelling. Where the blood clot type of conversation. You can hear them, girl, or you not hear them? You hear me clearly? Or them are disturbed over the second. I can play some music. Play some music and drown out them music and what them depend to like Yo, you hear them pussy them dog? Eh? You hear the shouting there? Brother, me turn on all the reduced background noise and if me turn off, you go hear how loud it being and not, brother. Cross the road then, them man over your house cross the road. They might look like them a kick party, but the party inside, but the bomb clot, the whole of them not out the door in front of yell out of them one either. Yeah. But I don't know why, just regular talking. None of them now war. I be laughing and sitting around. So I don't understand. The conversation, the grimy killing. The conversation, they make a head at them. Everybody sit down and shout out for each other to the bumbo club. I don't know that. Father, send somebody come follow up my gallery, please. Bumbo club. I don't know what going in Iberia. Today what? Tuesday? Wednesday to blood club. Pull up, cartel.
That maddest thing right now.
Body of fuck, one teacher.
I'm the Gaza from before me in 7th grade.
Oh. Pull up. I have to run back that tune and the tune motherfucker.
All that we get a car, she asks me if I'm good. Here's what you want we do.
Jump on the Jeep and roll out, but I'm with the fast drive. Don't catch with the pump, take time.
Somebody help me there.
Bro, Batman, you know what I'm
saying?
Bro, I yesterday me find tune dog and me know a tune already. I tell us what me hear me say. Oh, when teacher job this to bomba bro, one thing bro. Gaza forever, but I tell her they can't just. Remember, teacher give me hits from bomba clad from bro. Let me tell you when I start listening to teacher. I start listening to teacher, really listen to teacher from me in a grade 4, nigga. You see me? From a cassette player, nigga. And tell me I feel over the blood clot there, me a cassette player. And tell me I want to look, what you call it? I never MP4, MP3. Where you have to plug in a laptop and load up that. Where that gone? Where that gliffer? Yeah, man, I don't know if you ever have none of them, man, the MP3, them, man. Who remember a little? Who remember a little MP3, them, where? Them about this wide. You see what I say? And them have a port. A USB port at the end and you plug it into the computer. Yeah, them, from them time the way I say Gaza, you see what I say? MP3 storage full, be a cartel. Jump on the bass and roll out. Might have fuck, I have to play my tune at the blood clot. Roll out, but I'm the first time. Don't catch with the pum pum, take time, yeah, speed up. Bumbo clot. Dogs independent, I'll cuss about the blood clot. How that? Oh, please stay. Big up on yourself. I will step on my life. Let me see. Young man. Brawling now. Yo, no, go and good now. No, to me, I play a tune and feel